Today, I will take you on a journey through the history of our species, a story that spans more than 70,000 years, countless continents, disappearing worlds, and the ideas that shaped our future. Yuval Noah Harari's Sapiens is not just a history book. It is a mirror, a map, a provocative challenge to everything we assume about human nature. This story begins long before cities, agriculture, religion, money, or nations existed. It begins with a small, fragile primate wandering the plains of Africa, unaware that it would one day dominate the planet. This primate is Homo sapiens, you and me. But we were not always special. In fact, for most of history, we were insignificant. The miracle is not that sapiens survived. The miracle is how we transformed the world. The cognitive revolution, when imagination created power. Around 70,000 years ago, something extraordinary happened. Our ancestors suddenly gained a new mental software, a dramatic upgrade in storytelling, communication, symbolism, and imagination. This was the birth of the cognitive revolution. Before this moment, humans lived like ordinary animals, small tribes, limited language, simple tools, no dominance. After this moment, humans could share complex ideas, gossip, plan in large groups, imagine things that do not exist. The key breakthrough? Shared myths. Harari argues that the true superpower of sapiens is not strength or speed. It is the ability to believe in fiction. Tribes could now unite around spirits, totems, rituals, ancestors, future goals, and eventually, religions, nations, laws, companies, money. Only sapiens can cooperate with millions of strangers, because only sapiens can believe collectively in imagined realities. This ability changed everything. 2. The agricultural revolution, the trap disguised as progress. For thousands of years, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. They roamed freely, ate varied food, and lived surprisingly healthy lives. Then, around 12,000 years ago, they discovered agriculture. It seems like a victory. Stable food supply, villages, population growth, permanent settlements. But Harari offers a shocking interpretation. The agricultural revolution was history's greatest fraud. Why? Because humans did not domesticate wheat. Wheat domesticated humans. Farming forced people into exhausting labor, crowded villages, poor diets, disease, social hierarchies. Hunter-gatherers had more free time, more mobility, better nutrition, fewer diseases. Agriculture made society more complex, but made many individual lives worse. It was a revolution not of happiness, but of population, power, and control. Third, the unification of humankind, empires, money, and religion. As societies grew, humans needed systems to organize millions of strangers. 3 forces unified humanity. 1. Money, the most successful myth ever invented. Money works because everyone agrees it works, whether shells, gold, paper bills, or digital numbers. Money is pure imagination, but powerful imagination. Money allowed massive cooperation. It did not care about religion, ethnicity, or culture. It created trust between strangers. This made global trade, and eventually globalization, possible. 2. Empires, the great standardizers. Empires unified languages, built roads, created legal systems, connected regions, exchanged ideas. They also caused suffering and destruction. But Harari notes that empires pushed humanity toward a more global, standardized world, often violently, but undeniably. 3. Religion, the architects of meaning. Harari defines religion not as belief in gods, but as belief in universal moral codes that apply to all people. Religions like Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Confucianism created coherent ethical systems that organized societies and shaped civilizations. Religion answered the ultimate human question, why? Even today, millions find identity, moral guidance, and community through shared belief. 4. The scientific revolution, the explosion of knowledge. Around 500 years ago, humans made another dramatic shift. Instead of believing they already knew everything, they embraced ignorance. We do not know, but we can discover. This humble idea sparked the scientific revolution. Scientists questioned tradition, tested hypotheses, examined evidence, built theories, advanced technology. In 500 years, a blink in evolutionary time, humanity went from horse travel to airplanes, candles to electricity, small tribes to global networks, illnesses like plague to modern medicine, simple tools to rockets and computers. The scientific revolution created capitalism, industrialization, modern states, global markets, unprecedented military power, and massive ecological change. Science reshaped humanity and reshaped the planet. Capitalism, the engine of modern power. Harari explains that capitalism is not simply an economic system. It is a belief system built on trust in the future. Capitalism works because people believe growth is good, investment will pay off, markets self-correct, money today creates more money tomorrow. This belief led to banks, businesses, stock markets, industrial expansion. Capitalism rewarded innovation. It accelerated scientific progress. It funded exploration, colonization, technology, and modern consumption. But it also created inequality and environmental strain. Capitalism's strength, endless growth, is also its danger. 6. Happiness, the constant illusion. After traveling through human history, Harari asks, are we any happier than our ancestors? The surprising answer, not much. Why? Because happiness depends less on external conditions and more on dopamine, serotonin, social connections, personal meaning, mental habits. Humans adapt quickly, both to good and bad. A millionaire and a simple villager can experience similar levels of happiness because both adapt to their circumstances. The pursuit of luxury rarely increases long-term happiness. Human happiness is largely internal. 7. The future of sapiens, when humans rewrite themselves. The final part of the book looks forward. Humanity now has the power to redesign bodies, brains, emotions, genetics, intelligence through biotechnology, genetic engineering, AI, nanotechnology. Harari warns, we are on the edge of becoming something more than human, or less. Future humans might live vastly longer, enhance cognition, merge with machines, create artificial life, design their own evolution. For the first time, sapiens can change the definition of human. The next revolution may not be biological evolution, but technological self-reinvention. The question is, will we use this power wisely, or will we create new forms of inequality, suffering, or chaos? The future is open, but we must choose what path to walk. Conclusion. Sapiens is a book about who we were, who we are, and who we might become. It shows that humans dominate the planet not because we are strong, but because we can create shared stories. History is not logical. It is shaped by imagination. Religion, money, nations, and laws exist only because we believe they exist. Agriculture, empire, science, and capitalism reshaped our world, often without making us happier. Our future will depend on how we use our greatest power, the power to imagine and reinvent. At the end, Harari leaves us with a profound question. What do we want to want? Because the next chapter of humanity will not be written by evolution or nature, but by us. This was the story of Yuval Noah Harari's Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. Subscribe for more deep, powerful book narrations.